Hey y'all, it's Hope here from Crafty Hope. I am working on day 6 of the Ugly Art Club's 5-minute challenge. Today the prompt is fungi, and you can see I pulled out a bunch of these little Tim Holtz die cuts. I'll have a link to that set there. I can't think of what it's called right now, but I'm setting my timer here for 5 minutes. I am going to go ahead and go over full disclosure, and I will be stopping my timer to dry. All right, so I'll have lots of information about the Ugly Art Club and its founders and links and all of that below. But really, the point of it is to take 5 minutes of your day and just create some art, whether you use the prompt or the tags they're offering up or anything, and whether you go over. It's really just about sitting down and doing some art. I absolutely overthought this one. I have a thing for mushrooms. If you go look at my Instagram right now, you'll probably find lots of pictures of mushrooms because it's been raining for days and they've been prolific. But I wanted to do kind of a mossy mushroom theme, and I'm working on top of this Japanese washi, which is just a thin paper, and this has got some Japanese characters on it that I really liked. So I knew I didn't want to cover this up too much because I absolutely like that. So I started with Americana Irish moss paint, and then some Dina Wakely Evergreen, and just stenciled that on in a couple places with a Tim Holtz stencil. What is this one called? I don't know. Um, I'll try to find a link to it. I don't know if I'll find it. And then I'm using Distress Oxide and Walnut Stain to put down a couple of my little mushroom stamps. So, yeah, I even have my own mushroom stamps, y'all. Now, I tried to blur out that walnut stain a little. It just really didn't do much. I think it's the fibrous nature of that paper. So I want to show you, I had a piece of a jelly print there that I had crackled before I started this. I did it like as soon as I got up this morning and like walked away and just let it do its crackle. And I'm putting some Lucky Clover on a piece of acetate. But first I decided to spray some Distress Oxide spray in Vintage Photo right on my page. Now I'm getting all of this stuff wet so that I knew I could dry it all at the same time. But I've got that little bit of Lucky Clover on that acetate. I'm going to wet that and then put it on that crackle paper sheet there I've got. And then I'm going to spray it a little bit and then use my finger to pick up a little bit more of that Irish Moss Americana paint and get that on there just for a second color. And then I'm going to take, I don't even know how long I took. It was a few minutes to dry all of this wetness on both my junk journal page and on my crackle paste sheet. Now, this junk journal I'm working from is one I made a while ago. I have a link I'm going to put up there in the right for you of how I made it if you're interested. I don't know the size. I haven't measured it. It's like 4x4 or 5x5. It depends on the pages. It's all a little different. So I've got that all done. Look at this crackly yumminess. I love it. All right, so I'm going to restart my timer. I did restart it. Did I restart it? No. So I've got 2 minutes left, and I'm freaking out. So I went ahead and wet my coffee because I knew at the end I was going to want some coffee splatters. And now I'm tearing down that sheet of paper that's got the crackle paste on it because I knew I wanted to have it back one of my little mushrooms. I wasn't sure which mushroom I was going to use, but I go ahead and I'm going to move that around a little bit. I knew the darkness of that Vintage Photo there. I needed to have that pop of bright over top of it. So I decided this mushroom is kind of perfect. The greens and reds kind of echo that Vintage Photo color there. So I'm going to go ahead and start sticking this down with my Oohoo glue stick. And y'all, can you believe this is the first time I've brought in my glue stick? I didn't collage anything other than these couple of little pieces here to back this. That's cray cray. But like I said, I wanted some of that Japanese text to show through. So I was trying to be conscious of that. And I knew I only had 5 minutes. So I'm sticking all of this down. I think I'm going to grab another little piece of paper because I didn't like that I could still see some of the music paper in one of those corners. So I'm just going to, tear down another sheet. I'm running out of time here. I know that I am. And what's worse is I go to grab a sentiment here in a second, and I grabbed the wrong set, y'all. I thought I had picked up the small talk stickers, but I had picked up the snarky words one, and this one just didn't feel snarky. I started to pick one, but you'll see here in just a second, when I go to pull it up, a whole section comes up, and I was like, forget it, let's just get the small talk. um, yeah, I'm taking way too long because these are not the stickers I want. Look at that. I pulled up like four of them, and I tried to stick it down. I've got to go back and stick those back down. So I grab, as quick as I can, my small talk ones. I think my timer goes off. Yep, right there. But I'm going to go ahead and quickly grab the phrase, if you're lucky enough to be different, don't change or never change. And I really like that. I thought, all of the mushrooms to me seem special and unique, just like we are. So I thought, yep, this is going to work. So I'm going to find a place to stick this down. And then while my coffee is still wet, I'll grab a wet paintbrush and just do some splatter around on the page. Like I said, I went over because I stopped my timer to dry, and I'm going to let myself go over just to finish this off. But I got my 5 minutes of art in for today. I'll probably get more in, but it is house cleaning day, and so there's a lot of that to be done as well. So we'll see how much more art I get done in my day. I hope you take 5 minutes or more to get some art into your day. Let me know what you think of this, what you would have done. If you like the fungi as much as I do, give me a thumbs up if you like this. Make sure to subscribe and come back tomorrow and see what I'm doing. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.